Been a good year. Undisputed fights.
Great year.
We've had top fighters fighting top fighters. It's not hard, is it?
No. This is all we want.
How does 2025 look? You're on the inside, mate. So give me what 2025 looks like. This is the landscape that I see, right? So Riyadh season is the one that gives us the jewels in the crown, okay? So we start in October, we get one in December, we get one to finish their season off in Saudi Arabia in and around
the card
February,
in February
March.
is just magnificent,
It's
isn't it? It's probably the best card I've ever seen in my life.
It's sensational.
Yeah.
And then it seems, if this year's anything to go by, they'll go and do maybe 2 or 3 away from Saudi Arabian soil and scatter them elsewhere. So we might get one in UK.
Which is also great.
One in the States and whatever it may be. But then that filters down into the British fights, as I was saying to Frank one a little earlier on. We've got a great one coming up in Liverpool where Nick Bowles on there against TJ Dehaney. So it's all starting to...
Charlie Edwards against Andrew Kane as well. Brilliant card, isn't it? Stacked.
Really good stuff, really good stuff. Right, so give me some fights that you want to see next year.
Dream fights.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think we're in that situation now where we can actually talk about dream fights with a realistic expectation that they could be made.
I would like to see Bam against Inoue. I don't know how realistic that would be, but I just think unbelievable fight.
No, it's naughty.
I want to see...
That is naughty.
I want to see Zurdo Ramirez against Jai Opetaia. I want to see Canelo Alvarez fight David Benavidez. I want to see Tank fight maybe Ryan Garcia. In fact, I want to see Tank against Shakur Stevenson.
Stop, right? I get the names with Tank against Shakur. I look at that stylistically and I just think it might be boring.
No, it's impossible. Tank's in the fight. He knows he has to force the pace. It's a great fight.
I just think they look at each other.
No, it's impossible because then it's a clear Shakur Stevenson win. No,
Do you think it'll be a good fight?
Yes, I think it's a clash of styles. It's the kind of fight that Shakur needs to display how great he is, but I'm a big fan of Tank as well.
I think Tank's outstanding.
Same as me. Outstanding. I think we'll see the Haney-Garcia fight, and then British boxing fanboy in me, please, can we finally see, win, lose or draw next week, can we see Tyson Fury lace the gloves up against Anthony Joshua? And let's finally see that fight. I want to see that fight, Adam Catterall.
Hang on, right? I love a lot of the things that you just said there, right? Bam versus Inoue. Oof.
I don't know what made me think about
that's
that one.
Great.
It just gave me the shivers that did.
I was going Inoue the other way, you know. I was making him go up in weight, and you have just said, just stay there for a second and let Bam come to you.
Yeah, let's let Bam creep in there. What a fighter he is, by the way, Bam.
That is outstanding. I'm not against...
You're digging that fight, aren't you?
I am. I think it's awesome, that. I'm not against Inoue going up to fight Nick Ball.
Oh, what a fight. Nick Ball. What a game fighter he is as well, by the way. What value he is.
Anyway, you've mentioned a ton there. Jack versus Teofimo.
I was about to say Jack Catterall against Teofimo Lopez in Chorley.
Boots versus Crawford.
I would love that fight, but I don't think you'll ever see it because I don't think, unfortunately, Boots doesn't bring the value that that Crawford needs in this stage in his career. He just doesn't need it. I think you're more likely to see Virgil Ortiz fight Terence Crawford. By the way, what a fight that is, by the way. Make the fight.
Well, you got Ortiz against Madrimov coming up.
What a fight.
Which is sensational. Listen, I've got a thought for you on what you've just said about heavyweights, but I'm just going to go to the cricket because New Zealand, I believe, are all out. So let's get a quick update on that from Guy Swindles, and then I'll come back and give you my thoughts on the heavyweight landscape. On what you were just saying there regarding the landscape of heavyweights, right?
Yes.
Win, lose or draw, you said.
Yeah.
Fury, AJ.
Yeah, I want to see the fight.
Well, that's sound. But I only want to see that fight if Fury loses. The reason being is because if Fury beats Alexander Usyk, I think they have to go again.
Oh, they can go again, but just let him fight Joshua, just to let us have that moment at Wembley Stadium.
Why?
Oh, come on, Adam, don't be a rain cloud. That's got to be...
Anthony Joshua has not earned the opportunity to fight for the heavyweight title.
Come on, Adam. That fight is
Daniel
so
Dubois
big.
Has just dismantled him. Did he or did he not?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're trying to build a world of meritocracy, my friend.
I understand that, but
we're going to get a good win, and then we can talk about it again.
We're going to get one opportunity.
Mate, we've had many and they've just not materialised.
Yeah, I know, but Turki Al-Sheikh's at the helm, baby, so let's get the fight on.
The ship has sailed, my friend. If Fury loses next weekend, then absolutely let's try and regurgitate it in some way. Right?
I still think it's an enormous fight, win, lose or draw. It's still the biggest fight in heavyweight boxing, whether you like it or not. It is.
Commercially?
Yeah, commercially. the bag.
Is that what you're going to call it?
Absolutely. It's that's what it is. It would sell out in seconds.
All right then. But depending on the way that this happens.
I know what you're saying. Listen,
but does Usyk not earn
yes,
does Usyk not deserve the opportunity?
Yes. But I'm thinking as a selfish British boxing fan.
I know you.
I'm being honest. I'm not saying.
There's loads of people that'll be like you.
But I'm selfish British boxing fan. I want to see AJ against Tyson Fury. The fight is massive. I just want to say we chalked it off. It's too late in the day. Whether it's too late in the day, I just want to see it chalked off. Like the Pacquiao Mayweather situation, we need to see that fight. And by the way, it's a joke that fight never happened. But I think if Turki Al-Sheikh would have been in boxing a bit sooner, we'd have definitely seen that fight.
How excited are you for Dubois versus Parker?
I can't. We said earlier on, because Joseph Parker has earned that opportunity. He got bashed up against Joe Joyce, and he dusted himself off with Andy Lee.
Yeah.
He went back into the warehouse to polish up on everything. He got wrote off. Do you remember that? Remember the fight? It was Jack Massey went to points with Jack. Everyone wrote him off. Joe Parker.
Now look at him.
Joe Parker is in the form of his life, and he's the top 3, top 4 heavyweights in the world again. He deserves his opportunities on the crest of the wave. You've got Daniel Dubois.
But look at Dubois right now.
You've got Daniel Dubois, who everybody wrote off.
Yep.
Listen, this is a true story. Listen, I've dug out Daniel Dubois here and there, but when Joe Joyce beat him, I said to Daniel, to his face, and this was in front of Frank Warren, this is a fact, I says, you can be a champion. You can be a champion. But you saw his mind space wasn't correct. Somebody, whether it's Don Charles or Kieran Farrell, whoever's with him, have got that guy cooking. And Daniel Dubois is on fire at the moment, and it's going to be a fantastic fight between two very informed fighters.
On AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.